So the first thing I'm going to get into is the Super Bowl outrage, right? So as y'all can see, Lil Wayne on the joint, because this centers around him. But I just have a couple of questions, right? I will not say they dropped the ball and chose the wrong person for the Super Bowl. I would not do that. But the one thing I will say is I understand. I fully, truly see where everybody's coming from with this whole Wayne should have did the Super Bowl. I hear Lil Wayne, and when he talks about it, he seems hold on. When Lil Wayne talks about it, he seems hurt that he wasn't picked to be in the Super Bowl, and that's completely understandable. But when are we going to talk about the elephant in the room? And the elephant in the room is the only people who are outraged about Wayne not performing at the Super Bowl are black people. So let's have the conversation. The conversation is, why are we outraged that Lil Wayne is not in the Super Bowl? Can anybody tell me that? Like, can I get any answer from like anyone? Like, why are we outraged that Wayne not in the Super Bowl? No disrespect to Kendrick Lamar. That's one of my favorite artists. But this literally has nothing to do with him. About I don't even remember how many years ago it was. About 3, 4 years ago, the NFL had to do damage control with the black community. Not with its fans, just as African American fans. They had to do damage control with us because with everything that happened with Colin Kaepernick and all the players taking the knee and everything that goes on with social injustice, and he was taking the knee for how his people were treated and like all that stuff. We stood behind him. We stood with him. We stood beside him. Y'all told us to boycott the NFL. Y'all told us don't watch the NFL, don't watch the Super Bowl, don't participate in the NFL. It is called the Not So Fun League. Well, the Not Fun League. Remember, they had a problem with how we celebrated. They had a problem with us taking the knee. They had a problem with all of that. They were up here having the race battle. Oh, the NFL always been racist. The NFL never had our backs. That's why we don't have black quarterbacks. That's why we don't have this. That's how we don't have that. That was a real thing. That was a real thing. That thing was so real. Like that thing was so real that they told us to boycott. Like Travis Scott headlined the Super Bowl. And the reason why Travis Scott headlined the Super Bowl was solely because other black artists of higher stature and value at the time turned it down. Because we were supposed to be boycotting the NFL. It was supposed to be no NFL, wrap that up, kick it to the curb. We not doing that. And if you support that, you're a goofy. Right? That was about 3, 4 years ago. Y'all could correct me if I'm wrong, but that's actually 100% correct. So why do we fast forward? Why do we fast forward and we're outraged that they didn't pick Lil Wayne? Last time I checked, y'all told me don't watch the Super Bowl. Last time I checked, y'all told me don't watch the NFL. So if that's the rules and I don't supposed to be watching this, why are we outraged that Lil Wayne didn't get picked? We don't supposed to be watching it. Nobody never put out the PSA, hey, we're watching football again. Correct me if I'm wrong. If you're in this chat, correct me if I'm wrong. We were told to boycott it. We was told not to watch the NFL. And now we're sitting here arguing and debating that, oh, it's messed up that they picked Lil Wayne. Why does that matter? Why does it matter? Y'all missing the most important argument. They used Jay-Z to do damage control, and Jay-Z did damage control. Y'all went from don't watch this to the black community is outraged and appalled that Lil Wayne ain't gonna be at the Super Bowl. He did exactly what he was paid to do. The social outrage y'all have for him and the NFL getting it wrong and y'all blaming Jay-Z. That ain't even Jay-Z's job. Jay-Z didn't drop the ball. Jay-Z's job was to make sure everybody watches the halftime performance, raise their numbers, and boost their sales. Right? Or that's what Jay-Z thought. No, they said, let's do the NFL deal. Because remember, the original NFL deal was to Jermaine Dupri. They said, nah, we could get somebody more prominent in the black community than Jermaine Dupri. Because Jermaine Dupri is prominent, but he's a regional mogul. So like, Jermaine Dupri is on the stature of Jay-Z, Diddy, and all them other black 50 Cent black entrepreneurs. But the problem is, what up, Mystery? But the problem is, Jermaine Dupri is a regional star. Like in the South, they love him. So they went and got Jay-Z. Jay-Z did damage control. Super Bowl, boom. Dr. Dre, Mary J. Blige, Snoop Dogg, Eminem, 50 Cent, Kendrick Lamar. Black people ate that shit up. They ate it up. Boom. Get him Usher. What? Usher? Jay got Usher to get on stage? Usher? Jay got Usher on stage? Black people are going crazy. The NFL did damage control, manipulated y'all and y'all fake social outrage, because that's what it is. It's fake social outrage. When Jay-Z got the job, he literally said, we are past kneeling, aren't we? I thought we understood what the goal was. Aren't we past that? And y'all niggas sat there and was like, fuck Jay-Z. Jay-Z this and Jay-Z that. How dare Jay-Z do that? He never cared about black people. Yo, Dr. Dre at the Super Bowl. Hold on. Let me get my crip walk on. Come on, son. Don't you ever think. Don't you ever think you are above the program. Because there are people out here who don't watch the Super Bowl at all. There are people out here who don't watch the NFL at all. There are people out here who were really outraged and protested against the National Football League. You just wasn't one of them. And that's why this outrage for Lil Wayne not getting picked is bull. Because you told us not to watch it anyway. It's kind of like when they told us don't watch the Grammys, and then Jay-Z's wife didn't win the Grammy, and then Jay-Z went on this talk on how his wife ain't win the Grammy. You see how all this go together? You see how all this go together? We were told not to watch it until his wife won it, and then we sitting there like, that is messed up. Beyonce doesn't have a Grammy. I thought we didn't. I thought we was boycotting that. It's crazy how loud we can yell out, we're boycotting the Grammys. And how quiet we are when we go, we're watching the Grammys again. So we boycotting the NFL Not So Fun League, putting up clips of racism and racist things happening in the NFL and how they treating our black players versus our white players. We doing this whole thing We're doing this whole thing just so people can look at us and be like, "Oh man, the social outrage is crazy." Literally, I'm about to find this. Like, this is how crazy it is. Not so fun league. All right, where we go? NFL is no longer the fun league. So 7 years ago. Let me see. Let me find the one I'm looking for.
This is success, right? This is the next thing.
Listen to
right?
what Hov
There's
said.
two parts of protesting.
Action to sit was later lifted to taking a knee.
You go outside and you protest, and then the company or the individual say, "I hear you. What do we do next?"
We have cops that are murdering people. We have cops in the SFPD that are
This is why we
blatantly
boycotted
racist,
the NFL.
and those issues need to be addressed.
For me, it was like actionable item. What are we gonna do with it?
Believe in something, even if it means sacrificing everything.
What are we gonna do? You know what I'm saying? So reach millions and millions of people, or we get stuck on Colin not having a job.
Jay-Z partnered with the National Football League, the same mega corporation that employs those involved in murder, domestic violence,
And I love his channel, by the way.
other offenses, but sees a disproportionate issue at hand with silently taking a knee on the sidelines. What struck me was this.
Did you kneel to what you stand?
What?
Did you kneel to what you stand?
Okay. I think we've passed kneeling.
This
What? Now, did you? Let me rewind it for those in the back. Do I need to turn it up? Let me turn it up a little bit more for you.
What?
Did you kneel to what you stand?
Okay. I think we've passed kneeling.
This is eerily similar to what Malcolm Jenkins, co-leader of the Players Coalition and hijacker of CAP's movement, said. I really want to get this conversation to move away from the anthem. I think it has served its purpose, which I have to ask.
I'm finished. So, in closing, all of you, what is the word I'm looking for? All of you, fake outraged. I can't believe Lil Wayne is not doing the Super Bowl. Look yourself in the mirror and remember, we was told not to watch the Super Bowl. Just remember that. And the words of Gambit, from X-Men, remember it.
I sip, I roll my weed up. Niggas trip, but they can't see us. Big plays when I'm on top now. I got this, kick your feet up. Watch how I double up now. It's gonna cost 10 to